So in this video, we will be seeing what is variable in C programming language. Variable. So variable is a name given to memory location where the data value is stored. So variable in C programming language is the name given to memory location in CPU where we store the data value used in program. So whenever we use a data, like suppose I'm using 10 as data value in the program, then I need to provide a name for this 10, an identifier for this data value 10. So for this data value 10, I will have to provide an identifier. So let's say ID equal to 10. So ID is the identifier for this data value. So we can say 10 is ID. Now this ID is called variable. Now when we say ID equal to 10, a memory location by name ID in the CPU is reserved in which value 10 is stored. Now, we don't just write ID equal to 10, but we also use data type along with it. So here I am using int, which is for integers in case of C programming language. So int is a data type followed by the variable name ID, for which we have provided the value as 10. Now, in this line, int is data type, ID is the name of variable, 10 is the data value. So when we write this line or statement in a C program, this will be reserving a memory location in CPU, which can store integer type of data. And as we have assigned 10 as the value for it, it will be storing in that memory location 10 as the data value. But in case if we are not assigning any value, then it will just reserve the memory by name ID, which can hold only integer values. And later in program, according to requirement, we can just use the variable name and assign any data value according to our requirement. So we can, at the time of declaration, we can give the value, and also we can modify it later, or if we have not assigned it at the time of declaration, we can assign it later in the program. So syntax or rule to declare a variable is data type followed by variable name equal to data value. So here data type is used for defining what type of value a variable can hold. So there are different data types in C programming language. The basic data types in C programming language are int, float, double, and char. Char, which is used for characters. So I have used here int, which is used for whole numbers or integers, and ID is the variable name equal to data value. So here I have given data value later, but at the time of declaration itself, you can give the data value. So example for this, I can say this, or you can also declare it first and then assign the value later. So this is also a syntax. So this or this, both you can follow. So for this, the example is int ID we will be declaring first, then ID equal to 90 we will be writing later. So this can be done anywhere in the program according to requirement. So now let's see a C program where we will be declaring variable. So first I will start the C program with the preprocessor directive, which is used for adding the standard input output header file. Then I will be writing the void main function, which is starting point of execution. Now I will be declaring a global variable. So there are two types of variable, global variable and local. When we declare the variable out of the function, then it is called global variable, and local variable is declared within the function. So here I have declared outside the main the variable. So main is this, and outside main I have declared the variable of type integer, and later in the program according to requirement I can assign it the value. And to print it I am using here printf along with the format specifier to print it. So variables, if you want to print it within the string, you need to use format specifier for the data type, for different data types in C. So for integer, we have the format specifier %d, and to print a variable within a string, we will be using a format specifier. Like if I write a string id is followed by the format specifier %d, in which so at this place we will be substituting id. So within the string, if you want to write any variable, then you need to use format specifier for that particular data type of variable. So id is of type integer, and for integer we use for %d as the format specifier. So this can be used within the string wherever you want to write the variable. So variable, what variable you want to substitute in this place, you will be writing after the comma, which I have written as id. So this is the simple program used to declare a variable, assign value to the variable, and then print it. So if I compile it, I will be getting 0 errors or warnings, and then I will be running it to get id value as 90. Now in the same way, I can declare variable of different types like char. So when I use character type, id has to be a letter. So a letter, a single letter character data type can hold. So here letters must be enclosed in single quotations. Character type of data always given within single quotations, and it can be alphanumeric. So and for characters we use the format specifier as C. So now if I compile, I will be getting again 0 errors or warnings. And if I run it, I will be getting ID is A. Similarly, you can give a alphanumeric value or any symbol. Like if I give asterisk symbol, so ID is asterisk. So it is an alphanumeric data type. So for char, you can use alphanumeric values with some special symbols. So we have used char data type and int data type, and we have declared variables. Now, if you want to declare multiple variables, you can use it like this: char ID, ID1, or ID1, ID2, I will take. So multiple variables in same statement I have declared. ID1 I have given the value as A, and ID2 I'll be giving the value as B. So if you want to print in a same line the multiple variables, ID1 is this, ID2 is again %C. So what should be substituted in first format specifier's place? ID1. And then what should be substituted in second place? ID2. So if I compile and then run, I get ID1 is A, ID2 is B. Similarly, if you want it in different lines, /n you can use in between them. Now compile again, run it, you get in different lines. So this way you can use or declare variables in a C program. You can declare a single variable or multiple variable in the statement and assign values later, or you can also assign the values at same time of declaration. So this line, I'm removing this line and then compile and then run. And if I modify, you can also modify or vary the variable. So I can change the variable value. So ID1 I will be giving as Z. So before modifying and after modifying both, I will be printing. So ID2 I will be giving as, so here I have taken Z, ID2 I will assign here as Y, and if I compile and then if I run, I get ID1 is A, ID2 is Y, then after modification ID1 is Z, ID2 is B. So this way we can modify ID1, ID2. Here ID2 value I have assigned A and Y first we got, Z and B second we got. And here you can write /n whenever you want to start with a new line. So /n will be moving the cursor to new line. Compile it, run it. And now I got ID1, ID2 first time and then the second time. So this way you can use variable in a C program. So thank you for watching the video and please do subscribe channel for more updates on C programming and also other programming languages.